Hello everyone. In this video, going to share a few basic Java interview questions and answers. This would mainly be on the topics such as Java editions, JVM, JRE, identifier declaration rules, and the source file declaration rules. My pronunciation is not that great. Please forgive me for any mispronunciations. The questions and answers in this video are compiled by me. These questions might not be asked in interviews, and to clear interviews, these questions and answers alone might not be enough. Some of the questions and answers involve my personal views and understanding of the question and the related concepts. Recommend discussion. First question: why is Java platform independent programming language? Answer: the compiled code, that is the bytecode or .class file, can execute on any machine irrespective of the operating system and hardware if JVM is pre-installed. Thus, the compiled code of Java is platform independent. Here, give a small pause and see whether the interviewer is looking for more. Only then continue. I know understanding this would be difficult at first, but it is essential. Only for this question, I am mentioning this. On subsequent questions, I will let you decide this. Now, continue with the answer. As we can execute the same Java program code on various systems without having the need to write specific code for each platform, it is also referred as write once, run everywhere. WORA. Some related questions. What is a platform? Is Java platform independent? If yes, how? How JVM is considered in the context of Java's platform independent feature. What gives Java its write once and run everywhere nature? List out the features of Java, related topics, features of Java, JVM, etc. These are some of the basic questions of Java, mostly asked on freshers interviews. Question: what are JRE and JDK? Answer: JDK, Java Development Kit, is an implementation of one of the Java editions, standard or enterprise or micro edition. It is a software development environment that contains collection of tools and libraries which is used to deploy Java based applications. It contains JRE, Java Runtime Environment, plus development tools. The Java runtime environment is the software environment in which Java program runs. We need JRE to run Java programs. It contains a standalone JVM, Java class libraries, and specific tools that provide an execution bed for Java bytecode. It is an implementation of JVM. Some related questions. Explain JVM, JRE, and JDK. Differences questions on JVM versus JRE, JVM versus JDK, etc. Any combination of such different questions can be asked on this. What is JVM? What is JIT or just in time compiler? What is a class loader? Related topics: Java editions, JVM, JRE, JDK, etc. It is essential to know and understand the internal working of Java program execution. Make sure you have a very good knowledge on these topics. Question: can you start an identifier with a number? As you know, identifier refers to the name, and this question is to see whether you know the Java naming convention rules. You must know all the name or identifier declaration rules. The answer is no. You cannot start an identifier or name with a number. Most of the time, interviewers look for the answer of the following why part of such questions. You can give a small pause and wait for the interviewer to ask why, or you can just go ahead. Identifiers must start with a letter or currency character or an underscore and start with a number. After the first character, it can contain any combination of letters, currency characters, connecting characters, or numbers. Related questions and topics. Well, from the identifier naming convention rules, any number of questions can be asked. Here are some of the identifier declaration rules. You can frame multiple questions on each one of them. So make sure to remember all of them. Question: is it possible to add an import statement within a method block? Answer: no, it is not possible. Import and package statements apply to all classes within a source file. Import statements must always be above the class definition. We cannot add import statements within a class definition or a method block or any block related questions and topics. This comes as one of the rules under source file declaration rules. Any number of questions can be asked, like how many public and non-public classes can be there per source file. Is empty.java file name a valid source file? Why are packages used in Java, etc.? For your reference, here are some of the source file declaration rules. Question: why is the main method static in Java? You must know about the static modifier to answer this question. Answer: the JVM uses main method to begin the execution of any Java program or application. When the Java runtime starts, there won't be any object. In order for the JVM to load the class into memory and call the main function, the main method must be static. JVM will not be able to call the main method if the main method is not static, as there are no object of the classes present. Some related questions. What is the purpose of main method in Java? What will happen if we write static public void instead of public static void as signature of the main method? You must know all the valid forms of main method to answer this. Can main method have return type instead of void? How to compile and execute Java program from command line? Related questions and the topics mentioned, you can probably form another 15 to 20 questions. Make sure you know the answers for related questions and acquire knowledge on the mentioned topics. Thank you.